sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory, Lowe, want all the action? Or you want all the smoke? Oh, this thing, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the past. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over your talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Monday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Hey, thank you for joining me this Monday, December 18th, 2023. 2023 is almost over with, DJ Brother Z.
Hey.
Did you enjoy 2023?
It was all right.
I mean, another year. Another year's almost in the bag. Well, it's Monday, and you know what time it is, Truth Nation. You know we have the Monday prayer. And the miracle minister, Minister Kevin, is on the lines. How you doing, Minister Kevin?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, look, it's a blessing to have you back with this Monday prayer, brother. Hey, how's the recovery going?
It's a process, bro. It's a process. It takes faith even to go through it. I tell you, without faith, you just be lost and you'll be discouraged. But I do have faith that everything will be all right.
And you know what? With that being said, I was talking over the last couple of days. I've been having conversations with people, and there's a scripture in the Bible that says I could do all things. You know, through Christ.
Through Christ, who strengthens me.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So, and
yes,
I believe
sir.
in it. I believe in it. I believe that you can conquer anything with faith.
It's with faith, man. You know, that's a lesson I hope to bring up one day. So I ain't trying to do it now because it's going to be a while, and I ain't trying to. But it takes faith. You know, Jesus, I'll just give you one of the scriptures. Jesus said if you had faith of a grain of mustard seed, you can remove mountains. You can say this mountain be now removed, you know, or you can move a tree, whatever it might be. You can move things in your life if you got that faith. And now some people misquote and say the size of a grain. No, they talk about the size. They talk about the grain of mustard seed itself. I'm like I said, I'm not going to get into it, but, you know, you got to plant seeds. You know seed no good unless you plant it, right?
Right.
So,
right.
You plant that seed and let it grow.
And the thing is,
That's
you know, many times we feel that there's hurdles in our life and we can't overcome the hurdle. So people get depressed. You know, people feel like there's nothing they can do. And I'm saying many times we have to understand that we got to have the belief in ourselves first of all, and the belief that we can do it and reach out in faith, you know, to try to make sure that we're kind of connecting with the spiritual, you know. And this is why I say you have to do certain things, overcome certain things through a spiritual aspect instead of looking at it from just the normal flesh, the carnal look. If you're looking at things from a carnal standpoint, you may not be able to overcome.
But if you look at it just carnally, you are doomed. You are doomed. Because if I listen to just what my doctors tell me and leave it right there, oh man, you know, I'll be doomed. I wouldn't. I couldn't even be on the radio praying. I couldn't even be on your praying about it. So what I did, I did go to the doctor. I go again tomorrow for another thing, but I went and I seen the ear doctor because, you know, the first shot that I had received was right through my ear.
Oh, wow.
That took away my hearing. My hearing is gone in my right ear. So I seen the doctor just to see what's the prognosis, the chance of me regaining the hearing out that ear. And he told me, after examining everything, said that's a dead ear. It's a dead ear.
Wow.
There's no chance of me regaining anything from that. And he said he'd look at it in about a year from now and see if maybe I can get a cochlear implant or something. But on his own, it's not going to happen. So I received that news with gladness, because if there's any chance of me getting hearing back in the ear on his own, when it happens, I can't call it a miracle. Because you say, no, doctor said he had a chance. So he said there's no chance. So I say, I'll go to Miracle Temple. We believe in miracles. Like you just said, the miracle minister. My living right now is a miracle.
Right.
So God didn't do one miracle to leave the other one undone. So I believe in that miracle that he is going to restore hearing in my ear. And the doctor gave me some medication to put it in just so I don't get affected. It's some little ear drops. It's 5 drops. I'm like, you could have had a better number. 5 drops. Remember, David had 5 smooth stones when he had slew Goliath.
Right.
So this giant going to be. And on each one of those drops is a letter going there, Jesus. So I'm all right, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm all right.
See, the thing is, you know, we got to make sure that we stay in the faith, in the spiritual, because healing comes within that realm of our, life, when we live in life. I always said that me understanding the spiritual aspect helped me get through many things that I probably wouldn't have got through if I hadn't have been in the spiritual understanding of how that works.
Right. And so everything is done for a reason. Like you said, you got into the church at a young age.
Right.
And learned a lot there. So everything is done for a reason. There's no mistakes, man. You learn everything, how to deal with faith, how to deal with spiritual issues and everything. So God has put you in a position to, be able to accept what comes on in life. Things that you deal with people out there every day. Your faith could still be part of that. So everything is done for a reason, man.
Wow.
And sometimes we can't find reasons because we don't like to go through the things we go through. But it's there for a reason. People that you met them for a reason. You may not even see it at that time. But at some time, that's going to show up. Because I met my pastor way back in the 80s, the early 80s, mid-80s.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't even in church then.
Right.
And now he's my pastor. But when I met him, I was working at a bar/liquor store, and he was driving a home juice truck. And out of everybody, because I was doing like restocking things, and everybody that come in there, I don't know anybody's name except for him. He just bringing juice. I'm stacking beer every day. He coming once a week with juice. But God put him on my heart, and I knew him then, and I know him now, and he is my pastor and my bishop.
That's what's up.
So I say, things come into your life for a reason. People come into your life for a reason. So we accept that.
That's what's up. Well, I'll tell you this, Minister Kevin. We need prayer. It's the end of the year. The end of 2023. We're going into 2024. And I'm seeing so many things happening right now. The world is changing going into 2024. And I'll say this. We need prayer, and we need to come together more now than we ever had.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I just want to mention your prayer. I told you, it's my mother that prayed for me. That's why I'm still here now. Today is my mother's birthday. She passed on 6 years ago, but today would be her birthday. She was still here with us. So it's put on my heart to think about her as I go into this prayer. Because, like I said, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the prayers of my mother and all those around me. So
right. Grandma prayers took us a long way. Hey.
It has. And it's going to take us all the way through.
All right, True Nation. I need y'all to get on one accord right now. I need y'all to reach out to the radio. I need everybody to join together. It's that Monday prayer, and we appreciate it, Minister Kevin.
Amen. On this special day, I look back and reflect on how my mother cared for and prayed for all those around her. She set a strong example of how we should pray for one another with loving kindness. So, Father, put it in our hearts to be prayer warriors, each and every soul we encounter. Let's demonstrate the love, affection, concern, and generosity you always give it to us. But not just through prayers, but through our actions, even more so. As our families and communities come together this holiday or this holy day season, let love, joy, and peace be the centerpiece of our activities. I speak life, and life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hey, all right. Anything else you want to say? Miracle Minister Kevin.
As always, my good brother, stay cool. Stay focused.
Hey, powerful. Hey, look, I always feel good after the Monday prayer. I'm ready. I'm geared up for the show today. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it is the effective communication coach Denise Thomas from Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Look, y'all, I got to let you know that the best morning show on planet Earth is now streaming live on YouTube every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes, Truth Telling Hits with Telly and Truth Swiping are coming at you live and in color every weekday on YouTube. So go to YouTube right now to subscribe to 1017 The Truth and watch Telly and I do our thing and get your morning started off right. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
The summer of 2023 will not soon be forgotten as the impact of climate change blanketed our city, literally. Canadian wildfire smoke gave Milwaukee some of the worst air quality in the nation, if not the world. Also, these impacts, because of climate change, showed us that there's yet another disparity for us to be concerned about. African Americans are much more likely to have respiratory illnesses, and black children are much more likely to have asthma. In fact, the Office of Emergency Management data shows a disproportionate amount of calls for respiratory issues because of that wildfire smoke, at 54.8% have been from African Americans. African Americans have higher rates of pre-existing health conditions that would be exacerbated by the particulate matter in that wildfire smoke that we know was caused from lightning and extreme drought conditions to our neighbor to the north in Canada. Black children are much more likely to have asthma than kids of any other races in America, and much more likely to live near polluting plants and in rental housing with mold and other triggers because of the racist housing policies in the nation's past. Their asthma is often more severe and less likely to be controlled because of poor medical care and the mistrust of doctors. Just when we thought we had all the disparities we could shake a stick at, here we go again with Canadian wildfire smoke as an extension of climate change negatively impacting African Americans. Climate change is a global issue. It is a national issue. It's a local issue. Admittedly, the black policy struggle for equality has not focused on climate change, but if the summer of 2023 has showed us anything, now it certainly should be.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I woke up this morning, 100K and somebody wanna. I just got a cake for Christmas. I woke up this morning, 100K and somebody wanna. I just got a cake for Christmas. 100 bands this morning.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got to stick around right here in the area, in the Milwaukee area, Milwaukee Funeral Home. They're being the women are accused of fraud and multiple felonies. Hey, look, you can't even, man, the funeral home. Two women who run a Milwaukee funeral home are accused of fraud, forging the signatures of grieving families and stealing money meant to help with funeral costs. Look, it's a couple times we had to go and deal with these funeral homes when it comes to families grieving. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This is ridiculous if this is happening. Allegedly, these women of Grace Memorial Funeral Home and Cremation Services are each charged with multiple felonies for the alleged crimes that date back to 2020. Let's listen and see what's going on.
Home is accused of fraud.
Investigators say 2 women stole from a program meant to help grieving families. Fox 6's Ashley Sears explains how one of the families helped launch this investigation.
It is usually a place that brings comfort to those mourning. But investigators say for more than 3 years, those running this Milwaukee funeral home did the opposite. Sonia Bland and Tajay Turner are accused of forging the signatures of grieving families and stealing money meant to help with funeral costs. Investigators say they started an investigation into Grace Memorial Funeral and Cremation Services in August of 2022 after a man got an email saying he signed up for a $1,500 grant for his son's cremation when he never did. He contacted the Wisconsin Funeral and Cemetery Aid Program, who started looking into it. An internal audit service sent letters to families who had used the funeral home, and records showed they also applied for the grant. Investigators say the families never knew, and the funeral home had pocketed more than 10 grand. Authorities say invoices were falsified, signatures forged. When we stopped by Grace Memorial's 2 locations, nobody answered. Fraud accusations, investigators say, is the nail in the coffin in a case authorities say won't die. In Milwaukee, Ashley Sears, Fox 6 News.
Hey, look, I'll tell you this. You know, when it comes to these funeral homes and things like that, and you would think that, you know, at a time where somebody is grieving, you know, trying to figure out how to bury or put away their loved one, that those people would have more empathy due to the fact that they're there for that. It's a cold world, DJ Brother Z. It's a cold world. But, hey, just also be mindful at many times that when tragic do happen, everybody ain't around for your best interest. So make sure that you're making sure that you're checking, crossing the T's and dotting your I's when it comes to funerals. And I always tell people, make sure you have people that are able to manage that part of your life. And we don't really want to discuss dying, death, funerals, insurance, things like that. And I believe that everybody should put insurance on their family members. Matter of fact, I believe if you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all ain't put insurance on each other, life insurance on each other, y'all been around each other for a long time, y'all got life insurance on each other, I believe y'all doing each other a disservice for being together. Because I'll say this, things happen. Tragedy strikes. Make sure that y'all protected and make sure you got somebody that's responsible. I can't tell you how many times people have called me because a loved one had died and they weren't prepared, and the family was fussing and fighting, and there was a lot of confusion on who was going to contribute, and then they had issues at the funeral home. Man, it's real. It's real. This funeral home stuff and people not being prepared, or I remember it was GoFundMe's out here left and right. I don't see many GoFundMe's anymore. I don't see that like it used to be. And I was a part of a lot of the GoFundMe's because people would die in the city of Milwaukee through senseless violence, young people, and the families weren't prepared. And then after that, then they would go to the insurance idea, or they would go to the funeral idea, and it would be a huge mess. You know, and you got to have somebody at that time that is able to manage that. So be careful who y'all put on y'all as y'all beneficiary. Make sure that they understand what to do. And salute to the family who brought this, who were inquisitive about this funeral home, taking the money, causing them to pay for their actions, because I believe in that too. I believe in that too. I believe that they should go to jail for stealing the money. Hey, mismanagement. All year, DJ Brother Z, we done brought up all kinds of stories of people taking advantage of others in the crisis situations. or people who are in need. We going into 2024. We got to start what they say, standing on business, DJ Brothers. We got to start standing on business in 2024. As a whole, as a group. I'm talking about as a group. To watch each other's back, I guess, because I'm going to tell you right now what I'm seeing. I watched the Obama movie. I watched it. Hey, you know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about that Obama movie? Is that it was originally a book. A guy wrote this book about cyber attacks, happening and people trying to hack America. But guess what I saw in that when they was describing the book? That Obama added some notes. Obama knows things that we don't know. So even though it's modeled after a book, Obama added a little spice. Blah. He added a little, let's try it this way. You know what I mean? Like, let's add this in there. Because this is more of what may happen. Hey, I was like, oh, I knew that he added little hints. You got Obama, you got what they say, classified information. Obama got classified information in his head. So they took a book that they modeled the movie after, and Obama added some notes. Hey, this is more realistic. This is more of what could possibly happen according to maybe some classified documents. I don't know. But it made me raise an eyebrow, DJ Brother Z. Hey, y'all didn't watch the Obama movie, and if y'all didn't watch the Obama movie, I ain't gonna tell it, because some of y'all don't like people that spoiling the movie for y'all. But I'm gonna tell you this, it made me raise an eyebrow, and I thought the movie was slow. First of all, I thought, in my personal opinion, if this hadn't have been a movie that involved the Obamas, I wouldn't have watched it. Because it was too slow, and you have to pay attention to the words. And I don't like long, drawn-out movies. I like to see explosions. I'm a big action movie. If I'm going to spend money to go to the movies, I like to see stuff, boom, blow up. I need to see the explosion. I need to see people jumping out of I need to see helicopters.
You ain't spend no money.
No. Well, if you got the service.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're paying for Netflix.
Right. You pay we all paying for Netflix. But what I'm saying is the movie was trash. It was trash because it was too slow. It was too slow. It was a bunch of suspense, and it was a bunch of psychological. It was like a psychological idea.
You don't like those?
No. It's a waste of time. I'm a big action movie. I was born around the 4th of July. I was born on the 5th of July. I'm used to seeing the big action movies. I like to see big, powerful, huge budget movies that's going to keep my attention. But I had to watch this one because I knew that it was some subliminal messages. I watched it for the subliminal messaging. Hey, and I went on YouTube and went down the rabbit hole. I always like to see how people interpret certain things like this Obama movie that came out. So I went down the rabbit hole a couple times looking at different podcasters and YouTubers and people that are pulling things out of the movie that maybe we should be paying attention to too. So I did that as well. But hey, what's the name of the movie again?
Like Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind, right. So hey, I'm going to tell you this. I know that there's some nuggets in there if Obama added some notes to make the movie more realistic or more of a way where it could have possibly happened. And that's why I watched it. So, hey, look, when we come back, I guess we got the Pop Culture Report, DJ Brother Z. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you an older adult or an adult with disability who makes too much for Medicaid benefits? Well, good news. You may qualify for $7,200 to help pay for short-term or continuous in-home services through the new Milwaukee County Independent Living Supports pilot program. If you qualify, it can help pay for things like specialized medical equipment, home modifications, personal care, and other services that improve your quality of life. Do yourself a favor and don't leave this opportunity on the table. You deserve to live life to the fullest. Find out if you qualify right away by visiting county.milwaukee.gov/ILSP. Again, that's county.milwaukee.gov/ILSP. Or call 414-289-6874. Again, that's 414-289-6874. Milwaukee County Independent Living Supports Pilot Program. Live your life to the fullest.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
It's that time of year, y'all. A cough here, a sneeze there, and everyone around you seems to have the sniffles? You've got to get some Soulful Juice. Founded in 2020 with ginger shots and branching off into lemonades and juices, Soulful Juice started during the pandemic in an effort to bring quality and wellness to our bodies. Embracing natural juices with no preservatives, Soulful Juice prides themselves on meeting you where you are in your health journey. Give your immune system the boost it needs and join the Soulful movement. Visit soulfuljuice.com today.
Milwaukee's favorite station.
Please, Lisa, please, for the love of Jehovah, don't kick me or anybody with a prosthetic leg. Please. Why do I even gotta say please? Because what if you kick me and it falls off? I ain't gonna pick it up. You try to kick me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit you with your own leg. I'll teach you a lesson.
Coming with straight truth.
And you know what? If you want to make it about race, I need you to hold your black men accountable. Don't let these black men get away with anything. Because what does that say about you? Because if you're going to be that person who's not going to hold your own people accountable, we have nothing to talk about. I'm sorry, that's a real old school mentality, my guy.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app.
We got to get back into common courtesy.
It's about the family structure.
Right. It is.
Our extended family, we are all family in Milwaukee. Come on now.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Behind a career day for Baker Mayfield, the Tampa Bay Bucks wrecked the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field on Sunday. This one by a final score of 34-20.
That was a tough one. Give Tampa a ton of credit. They came in, they whooped us in every phase. We got to play better. We got to coach better.
With the loss, the Packers dropped their second straight game, falling to 6-8 on their season, and are back on the road in Carolina next Sunday. From bad news to good news, as the Milwaukee Bucks continued their home hot streak, winning their 13th straight game at Fiserv Forum, beating the Houston Rockets Sunday night by a final of 128-119. Giannis finished with 26 points, 17 rebounds, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the Bucks' career rebounding leader. And lastly, the 19th-ranked Marquette women's basketball team knocked off Appalachian State Sunday, 99-91. Jordan King led with 29 points, and the Golden Eagles, with the victory, improved to 12-0. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
See the diamonds, don't complain on this. We was hustling, got no stay honest. I'm just being honest, I'm moving steady. You can't buy success, that got no stay on it.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, look, it's the Pop Culture Report, and Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith out there flying out to the game with Marquette. So it's just me and you, DJ Brother Z, for the Pop Culture Report. And I guess for the Pop Culture Report, I want to talk about that movie. This what we call the Obama movie, Leave the World Behind, right? After I saw this movie, and I'm not going to tell the movie, I'm just going to say there was a key part at the end where one of the characters in the movie, I'm not going to say what character it was because I don't want to spoil nothing, but one of the characters in the movie finds an underground bunker with everything in it, food, everything. It had the door, like the vault door. And these underground bunkers are all of a sudden popping up in the news cycle too. I looked up and I seen that Mark Zuckerberg, the one that made Facebook, he's in the news because he's building a super compound in Hawaii that reportedly includes a secret underground bunker. Hey, DJ Brother Z, I had to raise an eyebrow because after I watched the movie, even one of the actors, and I'm not going to say which one because I don't want nobody saying Tory Lowe spoiled the movie, but another actor in the movie was talking about one of his rich friends who packed up basically and left, I guess, who had a lot of money, moved his money around and got little. They got little on him, like they seen it coming. But there are reports that Mark Zuckerberg's compound is composed of about 12 buildings, including numerous guest houses and structures associated with agriculture and ranching, 30 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms, and the underground bunker got a gym, pool, sauna, hot tub, all of this. What are they trying to go underground for, DJ Brother Z?
They hiding from something.
What you hiding from? So I went down the rabbit hole a little bit. You can play the music now, DJ Bro. I done went down the rabbit hole a little bit, and I started seeing other stories of these extremely rich people putting together these bunkers, these underground bunkers. And then this movie come out, Leave the World Behind. Is that the sign that, hey, get your stuff together? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this. I raised an eyebrow because all of a sudden, if you look up underground bunkers right now, this story came out December 15th, 2023, a couple days ago. Are they preparing for something? I don't know, because we've been talking about the dollar moving into the digital. And then there were stories this year of banks closing down or people are not able to get their money. There was huge talks of switching to digital currency. Even during the COVID shutdown, it was a time where they didn't even take change. Like, remember, DJ Brother Z, they wouldn't take change or something like that. You had to have the exact change.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we forgot. So we didn't already went through a little cycle where, it was something going on where people weren't taking cash. They even switched over to where some places don't even take cash. Right here at the 3rd Avenue, they don't even take cash. At the 3rd Street Market Hall. So all I'm saying is, are they preparing for something? Why haven't he built? He always had money. Why haven't he built this bunker before? Hey, I don't know if y'all believe in maybe something may collapse or the economy may collapse, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of people asking me for help because they can't pay the rent. And there's plenty statistics on evictions, people being evicted. Matter of fact, it's coming out on the Navy Federal Bank that they weren't giving blacks loans at these banks. Matter of fact, I want to get that story up about the Navy Federal Bank while we're talking about this, because y'all think I'm going down a rabbit hole, and really I'm not. I'm trying to drop breadcrumbs so y'all can get out here and look and see what's happening then. Because it's going down regardless if you think it's going down or not. You just going to look out the window and see leave the world behind. You know, and then there was a part in the movie where, and I didn't understand this part. I still got to go down the rabbit hole. Maybe I asked Ben Jam. Maybe I need Ben Jammin to come in here and explain the animal part, you know, with the deers and them walking towards certain characters in the movie at a certain point in the movie. I'm not going to tell y'all.
Because that character had a calm demeanor.
Right. But it was a part where the biggest deer pushed its way through all the deers, and it looked threatening a little bit to me. Remember that big deer with all the big points? At first it was all the settled deers, but then this big deer came pushing its way through to get to the young woman. So I'm wondering, what does that mean?
I don't remember the deer like walking through. I just remember the deer like around them.
Right, but it was a point where the one deer came pushing its way through the big deer. You got to watch that scene again. Because I understood the settled deers, like the quiet deers that didn't look threatening, but at the end it was a bigger deer that came through.
Well, I feel like all of the deer looked non-threatening. It was the women that were trying to act like a threat.
Right.
Like,
well, they got the screaming, right. All I'm saying is, but do you remember that last deer? Before, it was one deer that was huger that came through, that parted all the deers and came up front. So I'm wondering, what did that mean? Hey, we got to talk about it. But all I'm saying is, when you look at this story of Mark Zuckerberg, and this is Hawaii, didn't something just happen where a lot of people lost everything in Hawaii? Where they felt that it was, they're questioning what happened and how it was handled. They saying that it was the lava or something like that came through and melted some of the people's property and stuff like that. And then I'm seeing reports that some of the people didn't believe it was the volcano, it was something else. So I'm watching this, I'm looking at this, and now I'm hearing stories that Mark Zuckerberg over there in Hawaii building a compound and a bunker. Hey, I want to know what y'all think, Truth Nation. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. I want to know. Is it something we need to be worried about? And I also heard stories that with the electric cars, that Tesla had to recall the autopilot program. They had to redo the autopilot part of the car where you're supposed to be able to, the car is supposed to be able to drive on its own. Well, that was in this movie. That the cars automatically start driving themselves and blocking the freeway. Hey, I wonder what was that in Obama's notes. I'm interested, but I want to know how y'all feel. Are y'all checking out some of the things of this movie? I call it the Obama movie because they was a part of it. But I want to know, have y'all seen some similarities from the movie and what we've been looking at in real life? Now, I'm going to say this last part before we go to break. That was a part where two friends turned on each other in the movie. They knew each other. They went to the one guy for help. They knew each other, and some guns was pulled out because the one friend needed some help from a guy who he believed understood what was going on, But the guy who understood what was going on didn't want to help nobody, only his family, because he was prepared. What do you think about that? Did you see this movie, DJ Brother Z? What did you think about the part where the two friends had to pull the guns out on each other?
You just can't trust nobody.
You can't trust nobody. I hope y'all see this movie. If y'all don't, hey, I'm just throwing out some breadcrumbs. You can even go on YouTube and see what people think about this. I think I went down the rabbit hole for a second just to see what other people thought about this movie. But DJ Brother Z, there were some real life things that I could compare to from the stories that I've seen and that we've talked about on the show.
I mean, an oil tanker crashed into a beach the other day. I mean, every single Tesla has been recalled. I don't know what more you want.
Hey. Look, when we come back, I want to get into this bank, this Navy Federal Bank, one of the biggest banks. They have said that they're facing criticism of racist bias in mortgage approvals. Navy Federal. We're going to talk about that when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all Black-owned business and entrepreneurs. The award-winning 1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black Business Give Back. Go to blackbusinessgiveback.com for your chance to sign up to receive 3 months of free advertising on The Truth, valued at $6,000. It is that easy. Grow your business today by signing up for our Black-owned business Give Back. For official contest rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com, member FDIC.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Are you or anyone you know looking for a job? Direct Connect MKE is a social media style platform that empowers you to grow your social network, find career opportunities, and connect with career specialists for success. Visit joindcmke.com today to learn how you can create a profile, upload your resume, and find access to information about jobs, job training, hiring events, and more. DCMKE is locally focused and equips you to grow your social capital and find opportunities that match your career interests. Visit joindcmke.com today and connect your dream to reality.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I lost my 10-year-old daughter, Teresa, to COVID in just a few short days. Teresa was a healthy child who loved to dance. When Teresa got sick, I didn't think it was serious until she was rushed to the hospital. COVID and flu can be serious for anyone, but they're especially dangerous for communities of color. Please get your COVID and flu vaccines and stay up to date on all immunizations, because vaccines save lives.
To learn how to protect your family, visit vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn.
Did you know that every year, public school teachers spend nearly $500 of their own money for student supplies? At Donors Choose, we want students and teachers to have the tools they need for a great education. And now, more than ever, they need your help. Go to DonorsChoose.org and choose from teachers' requests that support reading, math, science, music, and more. Learn more at DonorsChoose.org.
Donors Choose. Support a classroom. Build a future.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Drive all white, right? Couldn't hit it if you look at that, lanes can't call it, you lame. You had it, then you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show, 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. In the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving hard. Do everything like my shirt.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, we got to head over to Navy Federal. They're facing criticism after reports claims racial bias and mortgage approvals. Now, Navy Federal is one of the hugest banks, and I think they deal with a lot of veterans. But what's disturbing about this is we've been talking about how we're discriminated in these systems, blacks. But now more and more articles are coming out with some history. Like, I know a lot of people be like, hey, all you got to do is do the right thing. DJ Brother Z, do the right thing. Go out here, become a productive citizen, work hard, and everything should be okay. Everything gonna be all right. But not according to what the reports going on with Navy Federal. They said that it was blacks that were making over $100,000 that weren't getting the mortgages, where it was whites that were only making $60,000 that was getting these advantages. Hey, let's listen to see what's going on with Navy Federal.
Federal Credit Union is coming under fire. A report from CNN says there is a big disparity in the company's mortgage lending practices. Now, that report says the company has the largest loan approval gap between black and white applicants among the top 50 lenders in the entire country. WEAR's Brent Carney looks into CNN's numbers, and he got some perspective from a local housing expert.
CNN's findings showed that African-American mortgage applicants were more than twice as likely to be denied as white applicants.
This is Bob Atandi. He's one of many black Americans who were denied a loan from Navy Federal Credit Union. He spoke with CNN this week. Atandi is the CEO of his own company. He had a pre-approval letter from Navy Federal for a mortgage and made a $100,000 down payment for a home.
Got a denial. They sent me a letter saying, "We're sorry, but your application has been denied." I mean, I was stunned. I was shocked. I was hurt.
A document given to Atandi says he was rejected because he had too many bills. The CNN report shows Navy Federal Credit Union approved more than 75% of white borrowers who applied for a conventional home mortgage in 2022. But more than half of black borrowers applying for that same loan were denied. The report says Navy Federal's gap is the largest among the top 50 lenders in the nation. Al Henderson is the executive director of the Pensacola-Escambia Human Relations Commission, an organization dedicated to helping those with housing and employment discrimination. He says CNN's report highlights a common occurrence.
Those type of reports have been coming out year after year after year. Back in 2020 and 2021, there was another report that came out that spoke about the disparities as far as refinancing of homes. At that time, the mortgage rates was really low. And so if you imagine if a majority of African Americans were being denied, they were being denied an opportunity to gain wealth by refinancing.
Navy Federal spokesperson Bill Pearson says the CNN report...
Hey, look. That's why I don't like when people call in to the Tory Lowe show and act like everything is roses, And, all you got to do is comply. All you got to do is get out here and become a productive citizen, and everything should be all right. And we keep pulling stories out of these banks, of the education system, of the lack thereof, even with the lead pipes in the community. They not moving these lead pipes out of the black neighborhoods. They not. They leaving them right there. We got to make a fuss about even getting the information we need to understand what's really happening. Okay? All I'm saying is, if you still not paying attention, we've been on the air over 3 years now. I'm telling you, it ain't no conspiracy theory, ain't no critical race theory. My history ain't a theory. It's what happened. There is discrimination and racial bias when it comes to being black in America. And it's happening. And y'all want us to keep going and smiling and not say nothing about it. And then when you do say something about it, they try to make it seem like, oh, you know what? No, you just didn't do the right thing, or you didn't go through the right steps. Well, here go the people that's going through the right steps, getting denied an opportunity at generational wealth when it comes to property, when it comes to lower rates on mortgage payments. And they know this. You know, it's not a secret. You got to be a bot. You got to be a bot to think that the American dream is for blacks. And we try to get it, DJ Brothers. We go in debt. We go in debt and we get discriminated against trying to get it. And the thing is, y'all think that, oh yeah, you just harping on stuff. America has changed. Hey, I'm throwing it out there. All I'm saying is we all got to do better. We all got to do better. Whites been lied to too, but they get the benefit of the lie. I'm not blaming all whites, but I'm saying that you do get the benefit from these lies that's been told. You may not even like it. You may even have black friends. But you benefit from the lie. I guess you say, hey, I can't help that. All I'm saying is we need everybody to start standing up for what's right and what's wrong out here. And then we need everybody to come together to make sure that we can make the proper changes for everybody. And I'll tell you this, some people may not be discriminatory or racist. But your silence, you may see something happening and your silence mean consent. Hey, it's time for all of us to regroup, rethink, and reshape. But especially in the black community, it's time for us to make sure that we're not going along being quiet and docile and not standing on business. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
I don't feel like you standing on business.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by American Family Insurance. Milwaukee Black Talk.
MPS City Conference basketball officially lives here. The start of the Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference play has arrived. Tune in Thursday night as we have a matchup between two longtime conference rivals as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats host the North Division Blue Devils. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the WIAA, are the 178,000 high school sports students in Wisconsin. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, soccer, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, administrators, and officials. We stand for the swimmers, football players, and wrestlers. We stand for the golfers, softball, and volleyball players. We stand as the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. The University of Wisconsin-Madison announced Monday that they would offer full rides for any Wisconsin residents who were members of a federally recognized Indian tribe within the state. According to the news release, the financial support from the university would cover everything. That is tuition, fees, housing, books, meals, and anything else. They also introduced a 5-year pilot program for students who are pursuing a law degree or medical degree. The university is calling these two programs the Wisconsin Tribal Educational Promise Program. The programs will be open not only to new students, but also will go into effect for current students as well. It's also not based on financial need, but will offer financial support regardless of the family's income of that student. 4 years of support will go to those who enter as a freshman, and 2 years of support will go to those who transfer as students. The new programs are scheduled to take effect in fall of 2024. 5 different shootings left 6 people injured Sunday evening. Shootings took place at 37th and Glendale, Capitol and Appleton, 26th and Walnut, 101st and Mill, and 1st and Concordia. Several of the shootings were triggered by verbal arguments, while another was due to an attempted robbery and one to road rage. The Milwaukee Police Department is investigating all incidents and asks the public if they have any information to call 414-935-7360. The 22-year-old River West Grocery Co-op is at risk of closing. The volunteer-run cafe and grocery store located at the corner of Clark and Fratney is struggling to gain the funds to remain open. The co-op sells local produce from surrounding counties like pickles and apples from Waukesha or Brown Deer, and they provide more options for vegans to choose from to eat. During the pandemic, the co-op lost a lot of their manpower, which were mainly volunteers. Right now, they need about $50,000, otherwise they will have to close within a month's time. The co-op has created a GoFundMe, and they've stated they will accept any and all forms of donations. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? Oh, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show this Monday, December 18, 2023. And we have a justice rally today that's happening on 25th and Capitol at 4:30 p.m. This is a justice rally for Kane McLeod. He was shot and killed on November 3rd, 2023, and his murder remains unsolved. The family's asking if anyone knows what happened to their loved one, please come forward and help bring justice to this tragic situation. And we got some of his loved ones on the lines right now. How y'all doing?
Sadly, we have gotten no justice for our loved one. It's going on almost 2 months. He was unarmed, sitting in a vehicle on 25th and Capitol Drive around 11 p.m. We haven't gotten much from the community or the police or witnesses, so we're asking the community to come out today and help support us at 4:30 on 25th and Capitol Drive. He was loved. He had a son. He's very much missed. Like I say, he was unarmed, and we're trying to seek justice and get any type of witnesses to come forward in the community or anyone that was driving by around that time to just please step forward. We are lost for words at this point with no help from anyone. If you are able to come forward or come to the rally, we would really appreciate it.
And why is it important for the community to get involved in situations like this?
Because there's so many youth, he was only 22 years old, that are dying for no reason at all. I mean, like I said, he was unarmed, sitting in a car and murdered. So there's so many people that have lost loved ones just like us. And we really, really just need to seek some sort of justice for our loved ones.
What do you want to say to those who are listening that may have some information or who are possibly responsible for what took place? What do you want them to know?
Whoever did this, you took a very special, kind-hearted person away from us. It's truly tragic. We miss him coming through the door. We miss the calls. We miss the outings, the barbecue. Like, this is the first holiday he wasn't here for. Thanksgiving. He will not be here for Christmas. He will not be here for New Year's. He will not be here for our birthdays. We will not be able to celebrate his birthday. And you took him from us at a very young age, way too soon. And for what? Like, we don't have answers for what? You know, he was unarmed.
Right.
Like, there's no explanation for any of this.
I want to say that there is a coward. You are a coward. Whoever you are that took my brother, you are a coward.
And what do you want to say to the community right now? You're having this justice rally this evening at 4:30 p.m. What do you want the community to know?
Please come forward with anything that you may have seen or heard. I know the street talk, people talk. You know, if you're in a salon, a barbershop, you know, out in the community, if you heard anything about this, just please, you know, reach out, dig deep. Like, we are grieving. We have lost him. You know, we love him. We miss him. And we need answers, and we need support. We need the community to come out and support us or call in. You know, if you don't trust the police or you don't trust someone with this information, just please call in to the Tory Lowe Show. He also has
go to Rally for Peace at gmail.com if you want to be anonymous. If you don't want to deal with the police, you can definitely go to Rally number 4 Peace Union rallyforpeaceunion@gmail.com. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all for calling in. It's a tough time, but I think that if the family, you guys are his voice right now, and if he's going to get justice, it's going to be because the family is standing up strong, being his voice right now. And anybody that know any information that can help this family get justice, please reach out to Tory Lowe or the proper authorities, because right now we having an issue with what's going on out here, and too many people are dying, too many innocent life is being lost, and we cannot be reactionary when it comes to this situation of senseless violence. We got to be proactive, and we got to band together. We got the family of Kay McLeod on the lines, and there is a rally that's going to be on 25th and Capitol at 4:30 p.m. today. Justice rally. But also, if you had a loved one or you lost a loved one this year, they can join as well. What do you want? Any last words?
We're definitely open arms to anyone who has been through this, who have similar situations, unsolved, loved one crimes. Just please help, please come out, please support. Thank you very much, Tory, and thank you much to the community, and please come out and help support us today.
God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all for calling in. And like I said, I will be there at 4:30 fighting for justice, trying to make sure that we do our part to let the community know we cannot tolerate the loss of innocent life in our community. This was a father, this was a son, this was somebody that people cared about, and his life was lost in the city of Milwaukee near 25th and Capitol. And I appreciate y'all calling in. I will see y'all this evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
God bless you. Hey, look, once again, today there will be a justice rally for Kay McLeod on 25th and Capitol at 4:30 p.m. There will be a justice rally for Kay McLeod today on 25th and Capitol at 4:30 p.m. He was shot and killed around November 3rd, and the murder remains unsolved. The family is asking for anyone that knows what happened to their loved one to please come forward and bring justice to this tragic situation. Hey, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's Telly Hughes from Truth Be Told with Denise Thomas and Telly Hughes, and I have to let you know that the best morning show in the country is streaming live on YouTube every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes, DT and I are now waking you up in the a.m. live every weekday on YouTube. So go to YouTube right now to subscribe to 1017 The Truth so you can watch Denise and I get your morning started off right. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Who are we? We're the ones who learn to do what we love. We're the ones who want to work, who want to learn from firsthand experience, to earn an income, who don't need to spend 4 years in lecture halls. We're the healthcare, construction and utility workers, manufacturers, agriculturists, and service and IT professionals. We are Wisconsin Apprentices. Learn more at wisconsinapprenticeship.org. Brought to you by the Department of Workforce Development.
At Blissful Infinity, they are dedicated to your beauty and well-being. Located here in Milwaukee, their skilled experts offer a warm and friendly atmosphere for your perfect look. From massages to lymphatic massages, skincare to lash extensions, and much more. Using only the best products and techniques, their experts stay updated with the latest trends. Blissful Infinity values your time and strives to make your visit enjoyable with flexible scheduling. Contact Blissful Infinity today for top quality services. Blissful Infinity, where your beauty meets perfection.
As a combat wounded veteran, I know how hard it is to come home and build a meaningful life. I'm LaToya Lucas, and I'm a veteran. When I was in Iraq, our vehicle was hit. A rocket-propelled grenade exploded right under my seat. Traumatic brain injury, a fractured pelvis, severe burns. They didn't think I was going to make it. I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible.
DAV helps veterans like LaToya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
With DAV on my side, I was able to pursue my dreams. If my story can touch a heart, it can change a life. My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
LaToya Lucas, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
True story. I used to hate Christmas. For real. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a half of a brick, told me feed my family. I took it to the hood and I dropped it in the sink. Then I whipped it into a whole thing. Jumped off the porch early, man, it was 93.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. I'm just looking and I'm seeing that breaking news, Jonathan Majors found guilty of assault and harassment. We've been talking about Jonathan Majors in the situation that he was in, and I guess the verdict is in. They're saying that Jonathan Majors, the actor, Creed, the boxer that played in Creed, Jonathan Majors, he was just breaking out, DJ Brothers. He was just becoming a huge star in Hollywood. Now, I guess he has been found guilty of assault and harassment. Let's get some audio up on this.
Today, the jury resumes deliberations in the Jonathan Majors assault trial. The jurors are deciding whether the Creed 3 and Marvel actor was the aggressor or the victim in a struggle with his ex-girlfriend here in New York. She claims Majors struck her on the side of the head, twisted her arm behind her back, and then squeezed her finger until it broke. The defense says she is a compulsive liar, looking for revenge because Majors had been texting with another.
Hey. And you can see that they was fighting over the phone. They was fighting over the phone, and he took the phone, and he was running for his life. What it looked like on the video. But they found Jonathan Majors guilty of 1 count of assault, 1 count of harassment, but acquitted him of another count of assault and 1 aggravated harassment count, all in connection with the alleged attack. How do you attack somebody and you're running for your life? Hey, a lot of people got something to say. His ex-girlfriend won her case. What does this mean? Is his career over, DJ Brother Z, or
no?
Do we get to appeal, or
We'll probably just have to do like probation or something.
Some probation? You don't think it's that serious?
Not for his level.
He
got money.
He got money, but all I'm saying is, was the brother had a chance to win? He was in a relationship with a white woman.
And he's black.
And he was black. So did he even have a chance? When you got video like this, where this brother footing it down the street, trying to get away, and somebody tracking you down, what's that? Once again, breaking news, Jonathan Majors, they say he was found guilty of assault and harassment. If you want to chime in, Truth Nation, on the breaking news, what took place with Jonathan Majors right now, jury then came back saying he guilty. If y'all been paying attention to the trial, I want to know what y'all think. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. I don't even know if the brother even had a chance. Hey, we gonna go to the lines. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Al, you on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, Tory. How you doing?
How you doing?
Well, okay. I don't think you can ever get a fair trial in the liberal bastion of New York City, where majority of the residents believe in these hierarchies of oppression and wokeness, right? This is an extension of the Me Too movement, which allows a female to make all these claims disregarding what she did and her part in the role, right?
Right.
Because don't you think she had a part in all of this?
Well, you watched the video. I watched the video. When I see the video, I see that he's fighting to get his phone or something, and then he takes off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want to see what the jury looks like, because I believe in a criminal case, you need 100% of the jury to go along to get a conviction. A lawyer can let me know if I'm incorrect on criminal cases needing 100% of the jury to go along with the finding. I want to see the makeup of that jury. Did it involve a lot of women, a lot of white women? And did this woke hierarchy of oppressions with the patriarchy and the Me Too come into play? Because I just think that all this hierarchy of oppression just gives these groups, females, women, gay people, the right to basically make these claims and use the politics of wokeness to convict black males or whoever's on the short end of being unfavored this week, right?
Hey, look, what I'm saying is when you look at what was presented, and it seemed like he asked her to be more like, Rosa Parks and Michelle Obama, because she may have been acting, indignant at certain points. So why would somebody ask somebody to act like Michelle Obama or Rosa Parks if they're trying to set a standard or something like that, or have my back like this? Was he trying to give her an example of how to act? Because she may have been acting wild.
But did you see her laying on their closet floor with police and paramedics having to remove her crazy butt out the house? So it was already something wrong with the woman. But again, I don't think a black man's going to get a fair jury under, Alvin Bragg's woke DA and with the woke judges in New York. There's always a hierarchy of oppression they're looking at, and black males are basically villain number one, A, because they're masculine.
Right.
Two, because they don't go along with all the political correctness. And by the far left, which makes up much of New York, they are the enemy, and they will be convicted based on the emotions rather than the facts.
Hey, look, it's sad. I mean, I've been paying attention to this trial, and I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't think that he was going to be guilty of anything, because it's clear that there was something going on internally where he was trying to get away from
it. Again, the left is mentally ill.
Oh, wow.
And you'll never get a fair trial dealing with these mentally ill people.
All right. Hey, thank you for tapping in, Al. Hey, all I'm saying is they got the brother with the powerful brother. He was a powerful idea in Creed, a young brother that had got out of jail, the character Jonathan Majors played, and he worked his way, into a heavyweight boxing match. I mean, he even got on the cover of GQ. It seems like he was on the rise. He was in the Marvel, got involved with Marvel, and now you see this happening to the brother, the strong black brother, Jonathan Majors. I'm wondering, what is y'all reaction to this? And can black men or black people, period, get a fair trial in America? And we all know that there's discrimination and implicit bias many times in these jury pools. Are we getting involved? Are we answering a lot of the jury requests? You know, should we be more involved in getting involved in the jury requests because of this? 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Is there any justice, even if you go to court in America? Is that really a system that's going to actually provide the justice? I'm asking because a lot of people, when I talk to them, they don't want nothing to do with this system because of the history. They don't even want to go through the system because of the history of discrimination. But we go ahead to the lines. Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing, Brother Eddie?
Good, but I've got some good news for Al, the last caller, and that's that a black man or a white man are going to receive the same kind of verdict because women are always victims. You know, Tory, they run around going equal, equal, equal. But if you're at a restaurant, they get upset with you, they throw a drink on you, and you throw a drink back on them, everybody would look at the guy and go, he's a jerk. A woman can come up to you and slap you. If you slap, a woman could slap you 30 times. If you slapped her back once, he touches women. Okay? Tory, they're always perpetual victims. So it's not just black or white. I mean, the white guy would get the same kind of thing. But Al's right. Right and wrong isn't based on right or wrong anymore. It's based on a score of political correctness and how to promote woke culture. Women are always victims, okay? So another thing is, when I was younger, Tory, I really believe this. I think 90% of all the women I've dated have hit me, Tory. And
what you
back
mean?
In that day when I was
90%?
The women are always hitting me.
Slapping on you? For what?
Always, Tory. I'm a victim. I always kind of considered it foreplay. But the fact of the matter is, nowadays, they're victims. And to waste all this time and all this media attention on something that really isn't a big deal, and quite frankly, happens in most relationships. Tory, I can't put up with the same chick for 6 weeks, okay? I don't know how these dudes date women for 3 or 4 years, then get engaged for a year or two, then they're married for 17 years, living in Whitefish Bay. All of a sudden, her looks are fading. She doesn't want to sleep with you, but you're supposed to bring home the paycheck and make sure the mansion's paid for and the $80,000 Navigator. And, okay, it's hard enough to see her every day, day after day after day, and not want to take a swat at her, okay?
Oh, wow.
But, Tory, the fact of the matter is, how do two people get together? And when I have a friend, she goes, I was married to my husband for 30 years. We never had a physical altercation. How can that happen? It's bound to happen once or twice every other year where you're in the kitchen and you get into it and she pushes you or she slaps you. It's just bound to happen. If that doesn't happen a couple or 3 times a year, the passion in your relationship is dead. I would rather have my wife blast me or slap me for saying something sexist or piggish at a wedding than not. Okay?
But that's not a real hit like a punch, like you punch a stranger. That's like a pap. We call it a pap, where they just might hit you on the arm or on the shoulder or something like that.
I don't know, Tory. Some of these gals are doing yoga and Pilates, and it's starting to hurt. It's starting to hurt, Tory Lowe.
Oh, wow.
So, but the important thing is, women are always the victims, and that's what really drives me nuts. They run around going equal, equal, equal. Literally, get on TikTok, get on YouTube, and watch IDF soldiers clearing out the Gaza Strip, and the Jewish girls, the IDF female soldiers, are doing TikTok dances, and they're not doing 3, 5, or 7 of them, or a couple of dozen. There's literally hundreds or thousands of young IDF women doing TikTok dances while their neighbors, cousins, brothers, or lovers are facing harm's way by clearing out the Gaza. So the guys are in peril. The guys are in peril, and the girls are doing TikTok dances.
Oh, wow.
12 miles on the other side of the border. All you have to do is get on YouTube and put IDF female TikTok dance or IDF female dancing, and there's hundreds of these videos. So the whole thing is such hypocrisy. They don't want to be equals. They want the benefits of equality when it benefits their agenda, but they don't want to do the work men really do. They don't want to live and toil the way real men do. Now, Tory, on that note, I got to go. I want you to have a good week. If I don't talk to you, Christmas is coming up. I got to go. Bye-bye.
Hey, wow. Oh, wow. Look, I'm going to tell you this, when you're in relationships, it can get risky. And, I told my son this. This is the advice I gave my son. I told my son, you don't have to be out here doing bad, selling drugs, robbing, scamming to go to jail. You can go to jail right from your house, getting into it with your significant other, having an argument, having one of those arguments where punches may be thrown. You probably walked the straight and narrow your whole life, and from that situation, you're going to have a mugshot, and you're going to, the state may take the charges, even if the girl don't want to, cooperate. Sometimes the state will take the case, pick it up. So I say I don't even practice arguing at all. You know why? Because of that. because it could go from 0 to 60 in no time, and you could have a decent job. You could be a nice person, and you could get into something domestic, and now your life is over. Because now you got to go to jail. Now you got to go through the criminal justice system, and you could have been a productive person. That's why I don't practice arguing. I don't. I'm not arguing with nobody because I already understand that side of life, and it can happen in an instant. Hey, look, you can end up like Jonathan Majors. Had the world in his hands, and he got taken down by a relationship. That's on video. I thought he was going to be able to, get out of this one. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Dom. Oh, we got to run the break? Oh, when we come back, we got Dom and we got Black Conscious on the lines. We're going to hear their reactions to the fact that Jonathan Majors just was, I guess, convicted of assault. He lost the case, assault and harassment. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you an older adult or an adult with a disability who makes too much for Medicaid benefits? Well, there's good news. You may qualify for $7,200 to help pay for short-term or continuous in-home services through the new Milwaukee County Independent Living Supports Pilot Program. If you qualify, it can help you pay for things like specialized medical equipment, home modifications, personal care, and other services that improve your quality of life. So do yourself a favor. Don't leave this opportunity on the table. You deserve to live life to the fullest. Find out if you qualify right away by visiting county.milwaukee.gov/ILSP. Again, that's county.milwaukee.gov/ILSP, or call 414-289-6874. That's 414-289-6874. Milwaukee County Independent Living Supports Pilot Program. Live your life to the fullest.
For the brave men and women of the United States military, it has been said that some gave all, but all gave some. At Tayback Law, we honor these sacrifices by working to ensure veterans receive the benefits they're entitled to. I am Monica Ireland Karras. I am a partner and a VA-accredited rep at Tayback Law. If you're a vet and you have been wrongfully denied your veterans benefits, visit taybackattorneys.com to set up a free evaluation. At Tayback Law, we fight for those who fought for us. Contact Tayback for the payback. taybackattorneys.com.
Are you ready to embrace the fall-winter season in style? Visit Designs by C. Marie, your premier apparel production and custom design company. They offer a wide range of services to cater to your needs, from embroidery to full-color dye with the highest quality designs. Designs by C. Marie provides keepsakes for both business and personal use. From memorable gifts to promotional items, they've got you covered. Visit designsbycmarie.com for convenient shipping and local delivery options. Designs by C. Marie. Dress fashionably this season.
You know, he's got the red nose that glows. Are we swiping right or left?
I'm swiping right. I'm swiping right.
I'm swiping
You swiping
left.
right? Why? Why, Ray, are you swiping
It's a little
left?
problematic. Just do your job.
You gotta love these young people. Dude, these young people are so political. Look, I'm like Rudolph. You're like, yeah, I like Rudolph. It's like, stop. No, he's problematic. Look, he's a narcissist.
Maybe he didn't want his nose red. Maybe that was the hand that was dealt to him.
Look, they gonna find some kind of way to make it a protest. I am standing in solidarity with Rudolph. That nose glowing was problematic. It added too much. You know, our generation
He wanted
was like,
to be the superstar.
He was toxic. He was narcissist.
Toxic wasn't even around then. You started using Rudolph. He was even toxic back then.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Behind a career day for Baker Mayfield, the Tampa Bay Bucks wrecked the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field on Sunday. This one by a final score of 34-20.
That was a tough one. Give Tampa a ton of credit. They came in, they whooped us in every phase. We got to play better. We got to coach better.
With the loss, the Packers dropped their second straight game, falling to 6-8 on their season, and are back on the road in Carolina next Sunday. From bad news to good news, as the Milwaukee Bucks continued their home hot streak, winning their 13th straight game at Pfizer Forum, beating the Houston Rockets Sunday night by a final of 128-119. Giannis finished with 26 points, 17 rebounds, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the Bucks' career rebounding leader. And lastly, the 19th-ranked Marquette women's basketball team knocked off Appalachian State Sunday, 99-91. Jordan King led with 29 points, and the Golden Eagles, with the victory, improved to 12-0. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
King Talk. Yeah. We never forget these days. Hey. I'm wrapping gifts like it's Christmas. Every hood hoping Mr. Santa don't miss us. We wrapping gifts like it's Christmas. Every hood hoping Mr. Santa don't miss us. White Lambo with the bow on it. Trap house with the mistletoe on it. These folks will be the good days. Until the Grinch come and take the toys away. Before Jeezy, I had a snowman. And we got toys from the dope man. You bought your girl a purse, I bought mine a business. Got a queen, lil' homie, I'm on some king. On the first day of Christmas, my plug gave to me.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, Jonathan Majors found guilty of assault and harassment in the trial that we've been covering all for this past last week. And I guess the jury found him guilty, even after watching all of the video of him trying to run away from this woman. Hey, look, 833-212-1017, talk to text, 833-212-1017. I want to get your reaction, Truth Nation. Dom, you're on the new 1017 The Truth, tap in.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, brother Dom?
I'm doing pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so just a few things I just wanted to touch on with it. Really, I say, like, when it comes to women, in most situations, they should be victims, and they are victims. Because a lot of times as a man, you know what I'm saying, you do have to sit back and take into consideration what you are dealing with. A lot of times we don't
we don't look at that before we look at who we dealing with. We'll just deal with them because we like how they look or we like how they feel next to us or whatever. The biggest issue, though, that I really want to say, though, is basically on the part of, you know, as a man, when you get angry, you gotta know how to handle that anger. And coming from, you know what I'm saying, first person experience, yeah, you can lose everything. I had jobs where I was getting $6,000 a month and I lost it by having a simple conversation with somebody that had me on speaker. So it's little stuff that it's really little stuff that can trip you up, and then you'll be mad at the world thinking that, oh, the white man doing this and this and that. No, it's about really how you address every situation you deal with and how you take it on. So I feel like we just need to be taught as a people how to deal with anger, deal with stress, deal with arguments, because there's nothing wrong with yelling and arguing with somebody. It gets wrong when you put your hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? People have debates all the time.
And they say it's even verbal too. Like like you said, you know, the words that come out of your mouth is that what's mental abuse. They say it's mental abuse.
Yeah, because the tongue can be sharper than the sword. So, you know, we all got to learn how to address situations and learn that who we dealing with. Because sometimes a person may not mentally be on the level that you are, and they don't know how to react with words. So that's something that we got to deal with too.
And the thing is, when you're around somebody all the time, the chances of you having a bad day increases. It's how you handle that bad day and the conversation and the reaction. You got to understand that you're not going to always be happy with this person.
Right.
And a lot of people, when they get to that sad part or that part that makes them upset, they may react in a way that may lead to some unfavorable outcomes.
Exactly.
All right, Dom.
I'll trick you off the street.
Oh, go right ahead.
I was just saying you can't let a situation like that trick you off the street. The biggest thing is to keep moving and find a bigger goal, you know?
I agree. And the thing is, I'll say this, it's not worth it. You know, all it takes is a 30 seconds to ruin your whole life many times. I always say it may take you a lifetime to climb up that mountain, you know, going up the mountain, but it only take a few seconds once you start falling to hit the bottom. Hey, look, we going to head to the lines. Black Conscious. You on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Knowledge yourself in good health, because I'm blacker than black, because I'm black, y'all.
Hey.
So, what's up, my brother?
How you doing, brother? Jonathan Majors found guilty of assault and harassment.
So what we're not taking consideration, and, you know, I can't speak on the brother's situation because I wasn't there, and this is only bits and pieces that we're going off. What led to that was a matter of playing with somebody's heart and emotion. It was so if you commit yourself to a person, male or female, do just that. But if you know you want to step out that relationship, do the right thing so you don't have situations like this because they become heated. People, emotions run high. Things are said and done. But for the most part, us men have to do better in controlling ourselves when we at that anger point. Striking, you know, we come out watching some bad situations in our families. Men in our families, mothers being struck, sisters, aunts, and stuff like that. Yeah, though we said, you know, we ain't going to be that, we tend to fall in that because we don't take the time in controlling our anger. I don't care what. In a situation where you spoke about having an argument, there's going to be times when you have disagreements. You don't see eye to eye, but you conversate and hopefully find a medium that both sides can be heard. We can get to the point where it's my way or the highway, and if you don't like it, I'll kick your butt. You use the other.
Hey, women striking out on men too, but do men call it in?
I understand.
Do men actually?
No, we don't
call it in. I don't think we do.
No, we don't, because we will be seen, or we will be thinking we're less than.
Right.
And we will go through that abuse. But that is no mean for you to sit there and take it. Again, in situations like that, step away for a moment, a few minutes, gather your thoughts before you say something, to do something that's going to cause you a bad outcome.
I agree.
Now, he's playing with this woman, and for him to have the audacity to go into court with a black woman, dragging her behind, trying to save face. It's already too late for that, bro.
Hold on, maybe she really like him. How you gonna know he dragging her into the courtroom? Megan Good? She's pretty popular.
All we know, that's who was calling him to cause this whole debacle and situation.
You saying that's the one that was in the phone?
It started off
allegedly. We don't know. Hey,
right. I'm only going on that. I'm only going
she's showing
on
up
that.
to court.
But at the same time, right, and he's pulling her.
Maybe maybe she wanted to step up and be that Rosa Parks that he was talking about.
So, and I'm glad you brought that up. How you go tell this European woman to act like this, and you naming all these strong black women right there? She could have been offended.
Oh wow.
You couldn't do somebody that she was associated with because you know what you're dealing with. She's not a Rosa Parks. She's not a Michelle Obama. She's a white woman.
Like more like a Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, act more like, something like that. A Dolly Parton or something, man.
Betty White.
I mean, that was stupid within itself. So, you got to know who you're working with. And, that lifestyle she was used to, and he's calling her quit. She ain't finna let that go.
Look at what Tiger Woods' girlfriend did. Tiger Woods tried to get rid of his girlfriend, and she sued him.
Here comes the other part, my brother. Exactly. Now you finna get some monetary out of this. We got you on this. So now she finna sue you, and she's gonna put in. He was used to having me with this type lifestyle. So it's a never, Just,
so even though they weren't married, he could still end up,
if he was taking care of her.
Paying up a bag.
Yes. If he was taking care of her, supplying her lifestyle to the point over a couple executive, she gonna get in. Watch what I tell you. In some states, and they at that state where common law and all that crap, they'll get a little piece. So my thing is, if you know this person ain't for you, break it off in the relationship. Because all that creeping around, I don't care if they black, brown, green, or blue. They gonna act on you because you're playing with their heart. Same way if it was done to us.
Well, it seems like he was trying to run away. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, after the fact.
Yeah, but he has a right to leave. He has a right to remove himself.
Hey, after the fact, because you know what you just did. When you picked her up and threw her in a car like that, that was an assault, brother.
Oh wow. All right.
That was deemed as an assault.
Okay. Hey.
So that came to reality, so he tried to save face and run off. All right.
Okay.
You already assaulted her.
All right, Black Conscious. Hey, look. Look. I want to get y'all reactions. Jonathan Majors found guilty of harassment and assault, and it was an interesting relationship because it was one of those black and white relationships. And a lot of people online on social media felt like, her tears, the white woman's tears is strong in America. Hey, we gonna stay on the lines. We got Al on the lines. When we get back, we gonna talk to Al. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Dr. Ken Harris here, and I'm excited about the Truth's partnership with Versity. There is a serious need for blood donations in the black community, and Versity wants to bring awareness to this because it's their mission to improve patient outcomes, advance the field of personalized medicine, and strengthen the health of communities everywhere. This is why you should tune in every month when a representative from Versity joins the Truth to share about what they're doing to make a difference in our community.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
For the past few years, our team has been working tirelessly to address the issues that impact our community, from crime and violence to economic inequality and social justice. Through our interviews with local leaders, policymakers, and residents, we shed light on the challenges that Milwaukee faces and highlighted the innovative solutions that are making a real difference. We've also provided a platform for those whose voices have been ignored and silenced, ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table and shaping the future of our city. Thanks to our efforts, we have addressed the tough issues across Milwaukee, discussing ways to reduce crime and increasing access to vital resources and services. I believe that change starts on a grassroots level, and through our work, we are empowering individuals and organizations to make a positive impact in our communities. So tune in to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show and join us in our mission to create a better Milwaukee for us all. Together, we can build a brighter future for our city and residents. The Tory Lowe Show is making a positive impact on our community by raising awareness about important issues, providing a platform for marginalized voices to be heard, and inspiring action to take place towards positive change. Through thought-provoking discussions and engaging interviews, the show is encouraging dialogue and fosters a sense of unity and empowerment among community members. Join me every day from 1 to 4 on The Tory Lowe Show.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Christmas in Harlem, right after autumn falls, soaking it all in. Then we gon' hit the mall, even though we ain't ballin'. Feel like we bought it all. The mistletoe's right here. Come give a kiss to Santa Claus.
Baby Chris is the owl and
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, Jonathan Majors found guilty of harassment and assault. We got Truth Nation giving their reaction. This was a pretty big deal, in Hollywood. We've been watching this case, and they're saying that he's the sentencing on the 2 counts are set for February 6th. So we'll find out what the sentence is. We're going to head to the lines. Al, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Good evening. To be honest, I really don't feel sorry for Jonathan Majors because I think this is probably an ongoing issue with being in a toxic relationship. And I think a lot of times when you decide to stay in a toxic relationship, you get what you get. You don't want to let them go, but you don't want nobody to have them. And then I don't want to sit there and say if he would have had a black woman, because I kind of feel like if he would have had a black woman, he probably would have treated her like sugar, honey, iced tea. Because if he had found a black woman valuable, he would have picked her from the beginning. And I just don't like it when everything hit the fan and the first thing they want to do is run back to the black woman. You didn't pick the black woman, so stay with what you're with. But here's a news flash for everybody. When these relationships get toxic and y'all do all this fighting, you don't get in the bed after you get done and start screwing. Because the only thing you're doing, you're going to keep putting fuel to the fire. That's why a lot of them have makeup sex, because I used to know a lot of women from back in the day. They'll fight, tear up in the house, and next thing I love you. But everything is so messed up. So I would let this be a news flash for people. If you're in a toxic relationship, let it go. And also keep in mind with Hollywood. It's all about breaking the black man of his wealth. And that's what we've been seeing with Hollywood right now, especially with all this racism going on. So I think the best bet is move and groove, lay your foundation from the beginning, and when he or she get toxic, let them rot and walk away. Because your bag and your freedom, your sanity, your integrity, and dignity is more important than a bunch of sugar, honey, iced tea. Because you can't replace time, but you can replace people. Have a great day.
Hey, all right, Al, thanks for chiming in. I'll say this. You know, a lot of people are in toxic relationships, and many times it becomes so addicting, the drama, that they get lost in the drama. You know what I mean? And they don't understand that the relationships are supposed to be benefiting to your life. At least that's what I think. You know, I've seen a lot of relationships where there were domestics coming up and things like that. So when I got older, I said I wasn't going to get involved in the physical aspect. I mean, I wasn't going to do that. But many times it's tough because you're around somebody, y'all on top of each other, y'all enjoy the great days, but then when the bad days come, many times that can result into maybe a physical outcome. And I see brothers and sisters fight. Me and my brothers and sisters, when we were around each other every day, we fought. When I see my children, they fight each other and things like that because they're around each other all the time, but they love each other. You know what I mean? I'll say this, you got to be careful when you're around somebody all the time and you're getting into a situation where you may not like. You may reach out and think that you can punch them or put your hands on them and there will be no consequence. And sometimes, you know, you may get away with it. Maybe they don't say nothing. Maybe they'll feel like, hey, I love this person and I'm not going to say anything. And I believe that many men get beat up all the time. I think men get beat up all the time. I just think that men don't want to say anything because that's not masculine. To say I got beat up by this woman. But I'll say this. It's a mature thing. It's a mature thing. You got to be mature. And I'll tell you this, I've had a lot of relationships where when the woman was acting a certain way, I would just walk away. I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, I grew up with my aunties and things like that coming by grandma's house when they had troubles in relationships, domestic ideas that took place. So I watched a lot of that, and I had to make a conscious decision to not get involved in the domestic where the physical. But I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes silence hurts more than actually lashing out. Hey, look, when we come back, I got a couple stories I wanted to talk about today. At the top of the third hour, we're going to talk about these stories. And I believe that these are something we need to pay attention to. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
MPS City Conference basketball officially lives here. The start of the Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference play has arrived. Tune in Thursday night as we have a matchup between two longtime conference rivals as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats host the North Division Blue Devils. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the new 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Severe flooding from recent hurricanes and other storms has left hundreds of thousands of cars, trucks, and other vehicles unsafe to drive. Flooded vehicles are supposed to be dismantled for usable parts or crushed for scrap, and a flood title should be issued to that car. But some shady dealers will buy a flooded vehicle, clean it up, and get it retitled with no indication it was flooded. Or uninsured cars will be cleaned up by the owner and sold online, also with no warning to the buyer. If the price is too good to be true, it probably is. Make sure to check for flood damage and have a qualified mechanic inspect the vehicle before you write a check. The free VIN check service from the National Insurance Crime Bureau is a good place to start. Head over to nicb.org to check it out.
To report fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB. This is a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Research shows that high-quality teachers have the greatest impact on student success during the school day. By shaping their students, they are shaping the future. Yet while actors have Oscars, musicians have Grammys, and athletes have gold medals, exemplary educators who prepare every profession are just not recognized enough. The Milken Educator Awards set out to change that by surprising outstanding educators across the nation with $25,000 prizes and providing a platform to celebrate, elevate, and activate the profession.
Erica Stevens!
The awards were created by Lowell Milken of the national nonprofit Milken Family Foundation. The journey to surprising the 3,000th Milken educator is in full swing. Who will be next?
Honey, they chose me.
Celebrate teachers, value teachers, thank teachers.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. The University of Wisconsin-Madison announced Monday that they would offer full rides for any Wisconsin residents who were members of a federally recognized Indian tribe within the state. According to the news release, the financial support from the university would cover everything. That is tuition, fees, housing, books, meals, and anything else. They also introduced a 5-year pilot program for students who are pursuing a law degree or medical degree. The university is calling these two programs the Wisconsin Tribal Educational Promise Program. The programs will be open not only to new students, but also will go into effect for current students as well. It's also not based on financial need, but will offer financial support regardless of the family's income of that student. 4 years of support will go to those who enter as a freshman, and 2 years of support will go to those who transfer as students. The new programs are scheduled to take effect in fall of 2024. 5 different shootings left 6 people injured Sunday evening. Shootings took place at 37th and Glendale, Capitol and Appleton, 26th and Walnut, 101st and Mill, and 1st and Concordia. Several of the shootings were triggered by verbal arguments, while another was due to an attempted robbery and one to road rage. The Milwaukee Police Department is investigating all incidents and asks the public if they have any information to call 414-935-7360. The 22-year-old River West Grocery Co-op is at risk of closing. The volunteer-run cafe and grocery store located at the corner of Clark and Fratney is struggling to gain the funds to remain open. The co-op sells local produce from surrounding counties like pickles and apples from Waukesha or Brown Deer, and they provide more options for vegans to choose from to eat. During the pandemic, the co-op lost a lot of their manpower, which were mainly volunteers. Right now, they need about $50,000, otherwise they will have to close within a month's time. The co-op has created GoFundMe, and they've stated they will accept any and all forms of donations. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tory Lowe, want all the action? Or you want all the smoke? Oh, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure. No, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe the racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tory, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, try time to bring the city hope, yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back, we ready. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show this Monday, December 18, 2023. And I want to head over to Madison, Wisconsin. Truth Nation. Indigenous students from any Wisconsin's 11 tribes will be able to attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison for free starting next fall. This is what they announced. The Wisconsin Tribal Education Promise Program will use private donations and other internal funding to cover tuitions, fees, housing, meals, books, and other expenses for undergraduate students after they've applied any other scholarship grants they may have earned. Students must show they are enrolled tribal members to qualify. Okay? So for all y'all blacks that say that y'all native and, y'all have these ties, y'all need to start doing y'all research. Because I know a lot of people that are black that say that they have Indian, native ideas in their families. So y'all better check to see if y'all got a part of these 11 tribes, any of Wisconsin 11 tribes. Y'all children, y'all might be able to qualify for this program. Get on it. Let's see what happens. Also, we got to take a trip. I need to take another trip. We've been visiting Fulton County in Georgia. We took a lot of trips down there to see what's happening down in Fulton County, but this is interesting. We're going to take a trip down to Fulton County, Georgia, where the Fulton County probate court judge says she and her staff were stunned when they decided to read the wills in their record rooms that date back to before the Civil War. And you know what they found? They found these wills, I guess, in the record room of these courts. And this was records of whites gifting their slaves to their children. Let's listen and see what took place.
WSB gets real about some of the painful truths about slavery. A local probate court judge made a stunning discovery in a record room. She and her staff decided to read wills that date back to prior to the Civil War, and they found documents detailing how slaves were passed on to relatives. Channel 2's Tom Jones got a chance to read some of those records.
It was like history coming to life reading those records here at the Fulton County Courthouse. You read about slavery in history books, but reading the wills of slave owners, you see how they really treated their slaves like property, handing them down from one relative to another.
Here, people came to leave their last wishes and where they want their properties to go.
Back in the 1800s, that property included slaves. Fulton County Chief Probate Court Judge Kenya Johnson showed me wills her office discovered from back then where slave owners wrote what should happen to their slaves when the owners died.
It is my will and declare that all my Negro slaves divided into 5 lots.
The well-worn documents show how slaves and their children were treated like cattle.
I bequeath to my daughter, Margaret Rebecca, my Negro woman, Jen, of dark complexion, and all of her children, to her and to her heirs forever.
Judge Johnson had her staff go through the wills to see what slave owners did with their slaves when she realized she had documents before the Civil War. She was shocked at what they uncovered.
It is emotional to know that slaves were considered property.
Johnson says it's one thing to read about it in history books, another to see and touch the actual records.
This is not only Georgia history, but it's American history.
Her staff found one will that caught them by surprise. A slave owner wanted his more than 30 slaves paid and sent back to Africa when he passed.
When they start to Liberia, in the event I die before they start to Liberia, $100 each.
Johnson says this is something we don't hear often.
While slavery was a horrific institution, there were some compassionate slave owners.
Yeah, Judge Johnson says she is working to restore and preserve some of these documents, and she wants to partner with museums and archival organizations to do that. She says the public can even see some of these documents by making an appointment. Reporting in downtown Atlanta, wow. I'm Tom Jones for Channel 2 Action.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff that, when we are uncovering these things, we just got to say, are we moving forward? That's why we talk about the justice system. That's why we talk about the educational system. That's why we talk about a lot of the banking ideas, because this is where the discrimination and things have amounted to in 2023. It's in those areas. Slowing people down. Y'all rather argue with a person. Y'all argue, this person is racist, or this person discriminated against me, but I like to uncover the system. Fight against the system that's maintaining racism. And here we go, where, the probate court judge went down into the records room and found all these wills of whites, moving their slaves around, DJ Brother Z. Moving the slaves around, in their wills. And there was even one person that said, hey, I want my slaves to get $100 and go back to where they came from. He didn't want them to be passed down. I wondered did they fulfill those wishes. But this is what happens. And this is why we talk about the wealth gap. This is why we talk about the leg up that America got on slavery. And this is why we talk about repair for those damages. I just read you what the University of Wisconsin was about to do. They saying that these, if you're a part of the 11 tribes, if you can prove that you're a part of these 11 tribes out of Wisconsin, you get to go to the school for free. And I'm not talking about no little stuff. I'm talking about if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer. You know how much money it costs to go to school to be a doctor and a lawyer? They saying it's free. The program is going to start in fall of 2024. So what is that? What is that? So when we talk about what happened to blacks and the things that we need for repair, this right in front of your face. These native tribes are going to school for free. Right now. They just announced this. Okay? We're seeing reparation ideas right here. That's what that is. It don't say it. It's not saying, hey, we're trying to repair some damages. It just say, hey, here, this for free. If you can prove you're part of these 11 tribes, you can come to school for free. We saying reparations that got a negative connotation because when we say reparations repair, it's negative because blacks are owed the repair. Everybody else just getting it. They ain't even talking about it. There ain't even no discussion. You just see it in the news. They get money. And you be like, oh, it don't hit your senses because you don't see the words that we use like reparation. You don't see that word, but that's what that is. And even blacks, oh man, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We don't need no reparation. We can do it on our own. How are we going to do it on our own? We've got banks like Navy Federal that's out here stopping black people from getting generational wealth. That's in the paper too. What they call it, delusional. There's some black white folks that's delusional about what's happening with their own people because they so used to just hoping master do right by us. That's what they hoping. But it's not happening on certain levels, and we're hitting these ceilings and we're hitting these roadblocks trying to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and not giving repair. And they say we don't need it. Well, everybody else getting a form of repair. Even people that don't live here, and they wonder, see, they want you to shut up. They don't even want us to even talk about it. They don't want us to point out why these people that never, ever suffer on American soil, why they getting benefits. But yet you go to Fulton County and you can read the wheels of whites moving their slaves around. Hey, it is what it is. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I'm telling you, all the stuff that y'all think is actually happening. And they call, many times when we talk about certain points about America and the government and things that have been done to blacks, they want to call our stuff critical race theory, conspiracy. They theory and conspiracy to deflect what took place. That person is a loose cannon. You see Kanye West. You see what's going on with Kanye West right now. He ranting and raving and everything, talking about the secrets of what's going on in Hollywood, what's going on in America. And he been doing this, and he lost all his money. He went from a billionaire, I guess they say he had $300 million right now off of his music catalog. But I'm going to tell you this, that man have been in these rooms, and a lot of people would label him, they say, mentally ill, because he's talking about things that you may not have been privy to see, and he's saying it in a crazy way, real loud, radical, like in that kind of way. But if you really break down some of the things that Kanye West is saying and go look it up, you might find out that some of the stuff that he's saying is on point. But you know how they deflect you from Kanye West? He wore the red hat. He like Trump. He's this, he's that. They don't want you to hear some of the things, some of the points that he's making, and they don't want you to go and look none of that stuff up. And this is how they put black people in a box, because we're so forgiving that we'll forgive America without getting an apology. We never got a real apology for none of this or any repair, and y'all still forgiving. That's why they running game on y'all, because everybody else want some tangible results. There's some migrants right now, they going through the wintertime. They put these migrants up so they don't have to face the winter, the Chicago winter and the New York winter weather. So they being put up. They getting money to be right here in America. But y'all not thinking about that. Y'all steadily arguing with each other about what's supposed to happen. Well, if you don't know what's supposed to happen, and then all of a sudden something major happens, and you're not organized and you're not working together as a group, then it is what it is. It is what it is. Once it start happening, it's too late to organize. Let's get it together. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle, while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Are you an older adult or an adult with disability who makes too much for Medicaid benefits? Well, good news. You may qualify for $7,200 to help pay for short-term or continuous in-home services through the new Milwaukee County Independent Living Supports pilot program. If you qualify, it can help pay for things like specialized medical equipment, home modifications, personal care, and other services that improve your quality of life. Do yourself a favor and don't leave this opportunity on the table. You deserve to live life to the fullest. Find out if you qualify right away by visiting county.milwaukee.gov/ILSP. Again, that's county.milwaukee.gov/ILSP. Or call 414-289-6874. Again, that's 414-289-6874. Milwaukee County Independent Living Supports Pilot Program. Live your life to the fullest.
For the brave men and women of our United States military, it's been said, some gave all, but all gave some. Here at Tayback Law, we honor these sacrifices by working to ensure veterans receive the benefits they're entitled to. I'm Jim Brzezinski, partner and VA-accredited representative at Tayback Law. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied or feel that your condition was not properly evaluated by the VA, visit TaybackAttorneys.com to set up a free evaluation. At Tayback Law, we fight for those who fought for us. Contact Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I lost my 10-year-old daughter, Teresa, to COVID in just a few short days. Teresa was a healthy child who loved to dance. When Teresa got sick, I didn't think it was serious until she was rushed to the hospital. COVID and flu can be serious for anyone, but they're especially dangerous for communities of color. Please get your COVID and flu vaccines and stay up to date on all immunizations, because vaccines save lives.
To learn how to protect your family, visit vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
For one moment, that it's too soon to fall.
Push the off of the porch or break up down. Get this if it happen to blow, it makes a round sounds. On my lap, push it back and go to town. Down, putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns. How they came back around like a selling. I got a bag now.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. There's also another story where, remember we was talking about the man who was hit and he was buried. He was hit by a police vehicle and he was buried without the family even knowing where. This is another situation where a 5-year-old girl was struck by, I guess, a police vehicle, and the family is asking for justice. Let's listen and see what's happening.
Family is calling for the Department of Justice to look into the investigation of a crash that killed a 5-year-old girl. It happened 2 days after Thanksgiving in Auburndale.
The sheriff's office says an Auburndale police officer was on his way to help a deputy with a call when his marked truck and the car that the girl was in collided. Spectrum Bay News 9 reporter Sarah Blazonis tells us what the sheriff's office says happened and why the family is demanding more transparency.
I don't have my Lena no more.
Latrice McInnes says she and her granddaughter Jelena Anglin shared a special bond.
She was with me tonight. The night her mom picked her up. And then I got that call about 15 minutes later to my son that she wasn't breathing.
Families say Jelena and her mother were in this car that was involved in a crash with an Auburndale police truck. It happened just before 10 p.m. on November 25th. According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, the officer had his lights and siren on as he approached the intersection of Magnolia Avenue and Havendale Boulevard. The sheriff's office said the driver of the car Jelena was in told detectives she heard the sirens but began to pull into the intersection because the vehicle next to her moved forward. Jelena was pronounced dead at the hospital.
It's been very difficult. I wake up crying. I go to bed crying myself to sleep.
Now Jelena's family says they have questions. They were joined tonight by leaders of the groups Poor and Minority Justice Association and Black Lives Matter Restoration Incorporated to demand answers about the officer involved and that he be fired immediately.
Why was his vehicle removed faster than you can blink your eye from the scene? Why didn't he ever even attempt to even approach Jelena or her mother to verify that they were even alive?
The groups also say statements from the sheriff's office that seatbelt usage by Jelena is under investigation has led to threats against her family. They say she was wearing a seatbelt, and those statements call the sheriff's office's credibility into question. The co-founder of Black Lives Matter Restoration says his group has sent a letter to the Department of Justice asking them to investigate Jelena's death. In Auburndale, Sarah Blazonis, Spectrum News.
And this is a sad situation because they came after the family that was involved in the accident, trying to penalize them while they moved the police vehicle out the way. See, I've been telling y'all all year, and even since the Tory Lowe show started, if something happens, they're going to look out for them. And they're going to make you seem like the perpetrator, like it's your fault. And I see this all the time. Matter of fact, I've organized several families in this type of situation. And this is why I say you got to start paying attention to what's really happening instead of the dream idea. A lot of y'all got y'all hopes and dreams. Y'all got hopes and dreams. It's okay to have hopes and dreams. Ain't nobody gonna knock you for having hopes and dreams, but you need to pay attention to some reality too. Hope and dream without reality makes you a bot. I was talking to somebody earlier and I was like, I think that some people are delusional. They have gotten on social media. They have been watching the streaming services. Don't y'all know that these movies are funded and crafted? Everything that you see on TV is manipulated to be that way. It's not a reflection of real life. Don't you understand when they say based on a true story? That means it may have originated from original idea, but it's Hollywooded out. And that's what makes people delusional, even with y'all with some of these relationship ideas. Even some of y'all with these working ideas on, how much time you got to be able to, how much time you have to be successful. Y'all really delusional because everything works according to time and how you spending your time and how you placing your energy. And you can't misplace your energy and expect to get the real outcome. I understand what I'm saying. You can't misplace your thoughts and hopes, misplace it, and want the real tangible outcome. And that's what y'all doing. That's what a lot of y'all doing. And I was talking to somebody, I believe that, when they say you can do anything if you put your mind to it. This is something I was talking to somebody about, and we had this conversation about, are you really able to do anything if you put your mind to it? And I said, in a way, yeah, that's true. But there are deadlines to some of these dreams. Ceilings and deadlines. You got to, by a certain time, hit a certain point to make it happen. And if you miss certain points, it may be extremely difficult to not, that you may be able to accomplish it. And I believe some people are delusional because America likes when you don't understand the proper steps to get it done. They like when you come in the bank with a lot of money and you're delusional. A fool and his money will soon part. I'm able to take advantage of you due to your lack of what? Knowledge. So don't let what you hoping for make you so delusional that you open to be manipulated. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm trying to drop y'all some gems. But a lot of y'all, when I talk to people and when I'm trying to help them fix their situation, I hear what you're saying. I hear what y'all be talking to me about, and I'm going to give you certain information that I feel that can get you a certain outcome. But if I'm talking to you and trying to get you to a result-based idea, and you're talking to me about hopes, dreams, and God, what God told you to do, how am I going to be God? Once you put God in the conversation, I'm out. I can't trump Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ told you, then God bless you. I don't know what to say. If God told you, then why are you talking to me? That's all I'm saying. I'm going to put together a plan that's realistic that may get you a result. That's all I'm going to tell you. Something that's tangible that may happen. And this is why I say a lot of people might be delusional. Because they got hope, they got faith, but the work ain't matching. They work, what they really doing on a day-to-day basis ain't matching up. But hey, look, it is what it is, Truth Nation. Hey, I'm going to tell you, it's going to come a time where you're going to either have to roll up your sleeves, you're going to have to stop talking and roll up your sleeves and get to work. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Truth fans, it's Dee Kemp, Vice President of Programs for Axe Housing. I am so excited to give you some information about how we can help you and your family reach the dream of owning your own home. At Axe Housing, we know you may be struggling to buy your own home due to financial strain, or maybe you don't even know how to get started on the path to home ownership. This is where Axe Housing can help. We will provide you with your own home buying coaching team who will help you with the entire home buying process from start to finish. That includes the home search, the loan process, and the big closing day on your dream home. Why rent when you can own? Here at Axe Housing, we help prepare families for successful home ownership. Stop paying rent and start building wealth. Reach out to our Axe Housing team today because we believe in you and we know home ownership can be within your reach. Visit us today at axehousing.org to get started. That's ACTShousing.org.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee's favorite station.
Please, Lisa, please, for the love of Jehovah, don't kick me or anybody with a prosthetic leg. Please. Why do I even gotta say please? Because what if you kick me and it falls off? I ain't gonna pick it up. You try to kick me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit you with your own leg. I'll teach you a lesson.
Coming with straight truth.
And you know what? If you want to make it about race, I need you to hold your black men accountable. Don't let these black men get away with anything. Because what does that say about you? Because if you're going to be that person who's not going to hold your own people accountable, we have nothing to talk about. I'm sorry, that's a real old school mentality, my guy.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app.
We got to get back into common courtesy.
It's about the family structure.
Right. It is.
Our extended family, we are all family in Milwaukee. Come on now.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat.
As BET's co-founder, Sheila Johnson has a ton of experience in media, but a lot's changed since she first got the black-focused entertainment cable network off the ground. Johnson spoke to Bloomberg about the state of media and what black audiences might be seeking out now.
I just think that the landscape and the racial landscape of what African Americans are watching is changing. And I just think that we have got such a broad perspective of people out there that want something different, especially this younger generation. So we need to reevaluate what are the goals of black media and what are the answers? What is it out there that we need to answer?
According to Nielsen, just over 50% of black viewers feel there isn't enough content on TV from people of their identity group. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
There are 2 weeks left to sign up for our Black-owned business give back. If you want to win $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising on The Truth for 3 months, go to blackbusinessgiveback.com right now. Again, that is free advertisement for your business to market itself, valued at $6,000. Don't miss out on a great opportunity. Go to blackbusinessgiveback.com right now. Sign up today. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Joining me on the lines, Justice Wisconsin advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, salute. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Breaking news. Your boy Jonathan Majors was found guilty of assault and harassment. We was following this for the last couple weeks, but I thought that there was enough video evidence to show that he was being tracked down. She was trying to chase him down.
Come on, hey. It's America. It's a black man versus a white woman, and a white woman tears. Come on, we're talking about in the state of New York. The state took it up. The same state that charged the 5 boys with raping and, brutally beating a woman, and they had to turn back around, and release these boys after they done destroyed their lives. Like, come on. I mean, I don't understand how many times black men have to see the same thing. Black women have to see the same thing before they understand. You know that you don't stand a chance in America, and especially if you're black in America, in this system that's set in place. Ain't no such thing as a fair trial. Okay? He was convicted way before this even happened. He called 911. But again, one of the callers called in and said, people have to understand the process. When you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. And you have to stop playing with people's feelings and emotions. If you want to play, then go play. I don't understand why individuals want to claim or make somebody believe in a relationship that they're just together and then want to do your own thing on the outside. You playing with people's feelings. You playing with people's heart. There's a consequence to that.
So put him in jail.
That's real.
I don't know. That sounds a little aggressive. Okay, so why don't just the other person leave too? They got a right to leave too.
Tory,
I'm just saying.
Okay, when again, and we can say all day, but what is the action? We're talking about black men that have been hung.
I got you. I got that.
Killed on the strength of the tears of a white woman. Just on this. I mean, you're
Emmett Till.
Again, but we're still signing up to deal with these individuals like it's going to make us better, or we're going to be looked at as better. No, you're still black. You're still black, and she know that all she has to do is say that you're guilty, or your voice is getting loud, or you yelled at her and she broke down in tears, and they hung you in the circle of the downtown area. You understand what I'm saying? Just on the wall.
They didn't burn down towns
because you
of a white woman tears. Burn down a lot of black townships. Yeah.
Look, they done turned it into lakes on the strength of a white woman. Either she didn't even have to lie. She could have just went along with what her husband or her brother or her daddy said. Okay? And not said nothing. Her silence is even violence. You understand? So, I mean, realistically, I'm not surprised. Of course they're going to find him guilty. Of course they are. So I'm not surprised at all. And like I said, we have to make sure that we understand that for every action, there's a consequence.
Now, there's also a story that I talked about, Navy Federal, the credit union.
Come on.
One of the biggest credit unions in the country. They denying black
the
people.
Military family.
Yeah, denying black people home loans.
You're correct. They're denying black people who have 700 credit scores, who are grossing $150,000 a year. They're denying them and approving white folks with a worse credit score and only grossing $62,000 a year. Make that clear. You have better credit. You're making way more money than these white individuals, but you're still denied the wealth, the legacy to leave your family. And the white people are making less money, got a worse credit score, and they're approved.
Wow.
Let's make sure that that's clear, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You did everything right. You went to the military because Navy Federal is for military families.
Right.
Individuals who serve this country, who are making $140,000 a year with a 700 or better credit score, and they were denied. 50% of them was denied. Okay? While you have these white families who make $62,000 a year, and their credit score was worse than yours, and they got approved. And you telling me that this ain't redlining? Still, we can no longer play the games.
Right.
Okay. This is clear. This is clarity.
And we've been talking about,
it's validation of what we always been saying.
Everybody always talking about invest in land, invest in properties. This is the way to get generational wealth. Well, if the bank ain't trying to let you get in the game,
come on.
What is that? And then also, it was stories that we talked about. I guess this one story was in Indiana where the woman was trying to get her house appraised, and she got it appraised lower because she was black. But when she rearranged it and put up her friend's white pictures, then they appraised it at a high value.
I think it was over. Don't quote me, but I think it was $100,000 more.
Right.
Yes. Correct.
And
so you're getting low ball on all ends.
Right.
When they talking about, the reckless driving and how it's causing the insurance, just because I live on the north side of Milwaukee, I'm already paying triple.
Right.
When it comes to car insurance, house insurance, life insurance, black folks already getting taxed quadruple what everybody else is, due to the fact that the area that I live in, that individuals are not being allowed to refinance their house to make the community look better, are being denied the business loans, while individual immigrants coming from out of this country coming in, getting approved for these same loans to get these businesses inside our community, to keep our community crippled, because of course our dollars don't circulate in our community when you have individuals coming from outside our communities who the same white banks is approving them but denying us to make sure that our money continue to circle and leave the community, because the individuals that run the businesses here that the banks give the loans to give our money to, because that's who we banking with. They won't give us the loan, but they'll give an outsider the loan to come in to open up a business in our community so our dollars don't circulate, because they know they don't live in our community. But when we understand the plot that's happening, like our community, is not dilapidating because it's something we're doing. It's a bigger force. It's bigger than just us. We're talking about bank systems that our black churches put their dollars in. That every black individual in our community, we bank with these individuals and they deny us and approve them.
Wow. Now, we also talked about this movie, and I call it the Obama movie. And have you watched Leave the World Behind?
I have.
And we've been talking about this movie, and, you know, the book was written, and they took this book, and then the Obamas got behind it. But I heard that Obama added some notes, you know, to make the movie, to shape the movie as well.
On every aspect of the movie, you can tell they got Obama all over it. You know
So what I'm saying is, lately I've been seeing, you know, in that movie, one of the characters found the underground bunker.
Correct.
And now I'm looking up and seeing that Mark Zuckerberg, he's building a whole compound in an underground bunker in Hawaii. And Hawaii was just struck by tragedy, but now they over there building
for the poor people.
Wow.
Correct. Where all the, you know, Oprah Winfrey's and the, you know, The Rock, all of these individuals who supposed to quote unquote be a part allegedly of the cabal or whatever, these rich, you know, wicked groups, the Carl Schwabs and this and that and the third. But of course, like this, Obama's name is all on this. And again, there were so many things that have already happened or in the process of happening.
Right.
That we've already seen right after the movie was released, when you're talking about the safety of the cars driving by themselves and blocking all the highways and the byways, so people are locked in to their communities. When we were talking about a while ago, like how they have redirected the highways so it's only one way in and one way out to make sure that if anything was to go left, that you're unable to get outside your city or outside your community. And what better way than to send the drivable cars to drive by themselves to go to block the highways and the byways so you can't get out, so you're considered trapped. This whole movie, it just screams productive programming. It's the normalizing, so it'll desensitize the population, okay? And it showed about the misinformation and how addictive we have become to the so-called smartphone that makes us dumb, and the internet and the information that they've been feeding us all of these years, that when they shut that down and you have nowhere to get your information from, how the perception that you have runs you crazy, on top of the atomic boom noises that they showed inside the movie that is that produces radiation, because they understand too, because they've tested this in war and they tested this in prison systems where they play these noises, the loud noises that you know how to trigger certain things in your body. The little boy teeth went to falling out and stuff like that. If you don't know how to get rid of the radiation that's inside your body by drinking green leafy things that help to remove certain metals out of your body, so when these noises are shown, or they use these noises as a art of war, that it won't really bother you, because if you're walking around toxic with the foods and the metals that they giving us, you know, the processed foods, when they do certain things like that, this is all has happened in other places. America has used this in the art of war. So, I mean, all of that makes sense if you've really been, you know, paying attention.
Wow.
But in reality, the three phases that they showed to destabilize a nation, the approach that they took is real powerful, because, again, that is how it works. When you're trying to destabilize a nation, what you do is you shut these individuals off for all communication, so they're running off of their perception and the disinformation and whatever it is that they believe. What it did show also, too, which stamps Obama, where they got this young girl and the father of the white father of the family where he was trying to, make passes at this young black girl. And then they also have this so-called devoted rich black man who's with the white man's wife, and they're thinking about getting together or being sexual, where they got the black man falling for this white woman, but claiming that he loves his wife. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, the debacle for me when you have the black man who have sworn himself to this white woman that she's going to make sure that her son is taken care of, that he goes as the black man to this white man who he know is prepared and is going to help them survive. And then they get there and this white man tell him, the black man thinks that the white man is his friend, and he tell him, no, I'm not your friend. We was friends before this happened. But if you don't get off my property, I'm going to blow your brains out. Because right now, this is, it's survival of the fittest, and we not friends. So you have the black man up the gun on the white man who he trying to get the medicine for, the other white man's son. The white man is standing there, and what was pivotal that he said, I beg your mercy to help my son, to help me with my son, because I'm a pathetic white man. I'm nothing without the internet. I'm nothing without GPS, and I just want to save my son. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, It was pivotal gems that was dropped. The movie, out of a 10, I give it a 2.5. But, I mean, overall, you definitely can learn something.
Hey, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show. Hey, stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Dr. Ken Harris here, and I'm excited about the Truth partnership with Versity. There is a serious need for blood donations in the black community, and Versity wants to bring awareness to this because it's their mission to improve patient outcomes, advance the field of personalized medicine, and strengthen the health of communities everywhere. This is why you should tune in every month when a representative from Versity joins the Truth to share about what they're doing to make a difference in our community.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
For the past few years, our team has been working tirelessly to address the issues that impact our community, from crime and violence to economic inequality and social justice. Through our interviews with local leaders, policymakers, and residents, we shed light on the challenges that Milwaukee faces and highlighted the innovative solutions that are making a real difference. We've also provided a platform for those whose voices have been ignored and silenced, ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table and shaping the future of our city. Thanks to our efforts, we have addressed the tough issues across Milwaukee, discussing ways to reduce crime and increasing access to vital resources and services. I believe that change starts on a grassroots level, and through our work, we are empowering individuals and organizations to make a positive impact in our communities. So tune in to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show and join us in our mission to create a better Milwaukee for us all. Together, we can build a brighter future for our city and residents. The Tory Lowe Show is making a positive impact on our community by raising awareness about important issues, providing a platform for marginalized voices to be heard, and inspiring action to take place towards positive change. Through thought-provoking discussions and engaging interviews, the show is encouraging dialogue and fosters a sense of unity and empowerment among community members. Join me every day from 1 to 4 on The Tory Lowe Show.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I turn shorty up, sipping on that 1942. I got my 42. Oh, you got your 42. I got 40 of them. I rock Cardis, you can't see my eyes cause I be pouring up. I've been around with choppers.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Elizabeth Brown, I need to get your final thoughts on the show today as usual.
I mean, well-rounded as always, real people, real talk. Again, you keep us abreast on what it is that we need to be paying attention to and doing our own research. But we've been saying since, the creation of the Tory Lowe Show that everybody needs to be prepared. You have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. The main idea of this 3-stage destabilization in this movie is the fact that you don't want to get caught in the first 2 phases. Meaning that if you have water, if you have, the medication and things like that, you won't get caught out trying to fight over tissue and water and things like that. Because one thing for sure and two for certain, this government always is going to bust a move without us knowing. Again, we're the last to know. You know what I'm saying? And the first to go in everything. So if we understand that, the main thing we need to do, because now they got commercials saying to prepare your family, have a plan if the energy was to go out. It's time to, prepare right now. Get the canned goods, get the water, get the things that it is that you need so the first couple of days of phase 1 or phase 2, you and your family can be safe and bunker down inside your residence or whatever plan y'all have together, because something is brewing. What? We don't know. But again, there's too many of these top individuals that have stated this. We know that the first test was the COVID-19 lockdown and how things happened then with the isolation, how people going crazy. And the main idea is try to disconnect from being addicted to your phone. You know what I'm saying? To what it is that they're telling you. Start to read, start to learn how to grow your own food, so on and so forth. Because, again, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And at the end of the day, preparation alleviates the fear. So.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for tapping in, Elizabeth Brown. Hey, I had to raise an eyebrow.
As you should. As you should.
Thanks for your breakdown.
But in reality,
of the Obama movie. Hey, that's powerful.
Come on. It's definitely powerful. He knew what he was doing. That's why he put his name on it.
Hey.
To make it as real as possible. So, let's get it, King.
All right. I appreciate you for being on the front lines. We got work to do. As usual, I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory, up on 104. Let's get it.
Hey, Truth Nation. Look, I thank y'all for tapping in to the Tory Lowe Show today and adding to the content. Hey, look, join me tomorrow for another powerful conversation. Be safe. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Milwaukee, it's Denise Thomas.
And Telly